Hello, my dear listeners. I'm Sir Fwogwhyol, and today I will be reading lore from the book, The Ashen Trilogy, Book 1. For an undead traveling through Lordran, a bonfire can feel like the last dependable thing in the world. Yet the fire is not simple. The game's own records bind it to bones, humanity, emerald flasks, and women whose lives are spent keeping distant flames. Tonight, we are asking what keeps those bonfires burning, what they give to the undead, and what their warmth quietly costs. The homeward bone gives the bonfire a darker foundation than its warmth suggests. The fragment is already a remnant, yet it carries a direction. The description preserves only one trace of the former owner, a strong urge to seek a bonfire. No name or personal history is attached to the fragment. What remains in the record is its pull toward the fire. The description places this ash fragment beside a broader fact. Bonfires are fueled by undead bones. The same fragment also carries an urge leading back toward the flame. It is both a physical remnant and a vessel for an impulse that endured long enough to enchant it. That pairing says a great deal about the place bonfires occupy in an undead life. The fires consume the bones of the people who depend upon them, while a desire to return can cling to at least some of those remains. Refuge and death sit beside one another here. The ash of one journey points toward the refuge another journey will seek. The name Homeward Bone makes the image more intimate. For prisoners, pilgrims, and wanderers crossing a ruined land, an ordinary home may already lie far behind. A bonfire becomes a new point of return, even though the general fuel of such fires is proof that countless others reach the end of their own roads. The destination named by the item is just as revealing. It returns its bearer to the last bonfire used for resting, not to a birthplace, household, or permanent sanctuary. In the language of the bone, home is wherever the journey was most recently made sustainable. That refuge may change as the traveler crosses Lordran. The enchantment offers no recovery of the former life attached to the fragment. It carries the living bearer back to the latest place where the road could begin again. Bones tell us what burns. The dark moon nightess tells us what makes certain bonfires different.
The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and their flames never die. Yet never shall the keepers of these flames meet.
Her three lines belong together. The fires are linked, but the keepers are not. Travelers benefit from a network of enduring rest points, while each keeper remains at her own station, separated from the others who share the duty. The Knightess describes the arrangement as an inherited fact. She names no founder and gives no reason for the keeper's separation. She leaves us only the image of joined flames watched by people who can never meet. The Estus flask is where the keeper's duty leaves the bonfire and travels with the undead. The description begins affectionately and then places the flask inside the same human duty as the special fires. The final words are presented as a verse from the Dark Tales. They name an emerald flask from the keeper's soul. She lives to protect the flame and dies to protect it further. The Dark Tales preserves no dry explanation of Estus. It speaks in the language of devotion. A keeper's life is understood through the flame she protects, and even her death is imagined as service continuing beyond her. This makes Estus more than a convenient provision. An undead carries evidence of another person's watch. The traveler can leave the fire and enter places where no friendly voice remains. But the dull green flask keeps the journey tied to a keeper left behind. Its plain appearance only sharpens the contrast with its value. The flask is treasured because it lets an undead endure beyond the safety of the bonfire, and the description places a keeper behind that endurance. Seen beside the Knightess's testimony, the Dark Tales verse gives the linked fires a practical expression. Their protection is not confined to the places where they burn. It can be collected, carried into danger, spent and renewed when the traveler reaches a bonfire again. Petrus of Thorolund supplies the missing verb.
Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires with humanity.
His statement is brief, but it changes the fire. A bonfire is not simply discovered, lit, and left alone. It can be fed, and what it receives from the undead is humanity. The rite of kindling places that act inside a longer tradition. Now, the circle is visible. Humanity feeds the bonfire. Kindling strengthens it. The strengthened fire yields more Estus, and Estus is linked to the firekeepers. Each part leads back to an undead preparing to leave the flame and face the road again. The rite itself makes a strange observation. Humans found little use for humanity until they became undead. The curse changes the value of something human beings already possessed. After undeath, humanity becomes a means of resisting hollowing and a substance offered into sacred fire. What had little use in ordinary human life becomes central once ordinary human life can no longer be taken for granted. The description places those two uses close together. Humanity can restore an undead from hollowing, and it can be offered through kindling to bolster a bonfire. The first use concerns the condition of a person. The second changes a place of rest and increases the estus available there. The rite does not explain why humanity can perform either work. It records the practical knowledge that the same substance can steady an undead and strengthen the fire to which undead return. Humanity's deeper origin and its relationship to the dark soul open a much larger history. For now, the rite tells us what Lordran's undead do with it. They draw themselves back from hollowing, and they offer it to bonfires so the flame can sustain them more fully. The rite is no longer exclusive to clerics. Any undead can imitate it, offering humanity to strengthen the bonfire. A practice once passed down as sacred knowledge has become available to the very people most dependent upon its result. Taken together, these sources make a bonfire much more than a pause beside open flame. Its fuel comes from undead bones. The desire to reach it may cling to those bones after almost everything else has been lost. Its special flames are linked across Lordran and attended by keepers who remain apart. Estus carries the protection of that calling beyond the fire. Humanity enters through kindling and returns as greater support for the next journey. Together, these duties and practices form a support system that outlasts the people passing through it. The traveler sees a place to rest. Behind that rest lie a keeper's labor, a clerical rite, humanity offered by the undead, and bones whose owners are no longer named. Episode 4 ended with the dark sign returning its bearer to the last bonfire. Episode 5 reveals what waits there. The fire cannot promise that a mind will never go hollow. It gives the marked somewhere to return, a measure of strength to carry away, and a ritual by which the refuge can be made more sustaining. It offers return rather than a cure, making another attempt possible without ending the condition. It also changes the image of a solitary hero. An undead may cross Lordran alone, but the journey is never self-sufficient. The flask at their side recalls a keeper. A stronger fire remembers humanity offered into it. The flame itself consumes the dead. Even the path home may come from another traveler's last surviving desire. The warmth is real. So is everything placed into keeping it alive. Here the record falls silent. It names no first bonfire, no maker of the link between special flames, and no reason the keepers can never meet. It is easy to fold every small fire into the first flame simply because both burn. These sources do not identify the smaller bonfires with the first flame. The first flame has a separate history that this evidence does not yet resolve. The relationships we do know are already substantial. Undead bones feed bonfires. Humanity feeds them through kindling. Firekeepers attend the special linked flames, and Estus is tied to those keepers. Lordran's undead rely upon this arrangement every day. The silence around its origin makes the bonfire feel older than the explanations available to the people using it. Travelers inherit the fire, the rite, and the flask long before they understand the history into which they have stepped. Bonfires are kept by sacrifice as much as flame. Undead bones feed them, humanity strengthens them, and firekeepers attend the special fires that remain linked across Lordran. Estus lets part of that care travel with the people who leave. Next time, we will follow the roads beyond Firelink and ask how trade and ordinary survival persist in the Undead Burg. That is all I have for you tonight. Please like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe. More lore and more stories are still ahead. Thank you for watching and spending part of your night in Lordran. Until then, may the next small fire recognize you as home.